Welcome to Explore Kids Online. Oh,
Welcome to Explore Kids Online. Do you like our party hats? They are absolutely brilliant.
But they also keep blowing off because of the wind.
Yeah, but they're not bad for a 3-minute challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, we made these in 3 minutes.
Ellie
made them in 3 minutes. Tell us what you did. You got two sort of triangular pieces of paper and stuck them together. Yep, stapled the top.
And then I got some strands of a different colour. But we just got two colours and then we just swapped the two colours. So I got for this one I got two red strands from the other piece of paper and cut them in half and then stapled them to the top.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. So we've got our party hats. Unfortunately, I think they're going to keep falling off or blowing away. But we've got our party hats. We've got our balloons behind us. Yeah, there you go. Look, there's our balloons. Okay, yeah. Okay. And we've also...
cake.
We've got cake. It's a yummy lemon cake. Lemon muffins. I love lemon muffins. That was one of the hats. See what I mean? We'll take them off because they're blowing everywhere. Now the reason that we've got balloons and party hats and cake, is that this is a very special. Explore Kids Online. In fact, this is not a celebration so much as just a marking of the end of an era, because this is going to be...
You would have known that from the last video if you watched it, but this is our last Kids Explore video.
This is our last Explore Kids Online video.
We're going to be doing some mini challenges, so I think one of the ones is I'm going to be cutting Dad's hair when it's grown a bit.
Yeah.
More.
See, at the moment, there's no need for that.
Because we cut it the other day.
But actually, believe it or not, this hair at the
gets
sides
long
does
there.
get quite long and quite untidy.
And strands grow up right.
And so Ellie is going. We're going to shoot a video of Ellie cutting my hair. We're going to shoot videos of us cooking things. We're going to shoot videos of us making cakes, of us doing challenges, all sorts of things. One of the challenges
we're going to do is we're going to do one where we basically have to randomly choose a colour. And then we have to find something to eat that's colour, something to wear that's colour, that is the colour. And then we're going to go to a shop and buy something under £1 that is that colour.
There are so many challenges, and and so after the school summer holidays, you start looking out on the All Sager Community Church YouTube channel and also on our Facebook page, and you'll find these videos on there that we'll be making. Now listen, what you might be wondering, well, why are they finishing? These videos have been so good, and they have, and we've made 70 of them now. I think there's about nearly 70 of these videos now. We started...
I may not have been them all because we started after
No. But we started, we did the first one in May last year, 2020. Near the beginning of the lockdown, and we've been doing it because we couldn't do children's work in our own church, in the church, and so we started doing these videos instead.
And is it the 18th of July?
It's the 18th of July 2021 today that we're shooting this. This won't actually be up as normal on a Sunday morning. It will probably be going up on the Monday actually.
Yesterday my dad did a wedding.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
It was just chaotic as well, so we didn't get a video done.
So lovely, but just so busy. But we've shot this last video for you now, and we'll be popping that on tomorrow morning. So the Monday morning, the 19th of July, you can see it from then. Fantastic. And of course, one of the things what we're going to talk about today is just actually how God helps us in times of trouble, because this was all about doing some children's work while we were in lockdown because of COVID-19. Are you all right? That was a bit of a large mouthful, I think. All because of COVID-19. But we want to celebrate today the 70 videos that we've been able to make, and all of the different things about being a Christian that we've been able to talk about but we also want to celebrate on this last one with a theme about how God takes care of us in times of trouble, because he really has done during this pandemic. It's not been easy. It's actually been very difficult, especially for people that that have lost because of it. But we do believe that actually God has helped us and God has been with us, even though it's been difficult, and will continue to do so in all kinds of difficult times. In fact, let me show you a verse from the Bible. It says, God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in times of trouble. Sometimes we need a bit of strength, don't we? Sometimes we need somewhere where we can go to. Oh, don't pinch my cake. And God is ever there, always there to help in times of trouble. Fantastic. Shall we talk a little bit about the craft that we're going to be doing?
Okay.
Okay.
You want me to grab it?
So if you bring this craft, okay.
It's a bit tangled.
It is a bit tangled. It's a kind of like a multi-layered washing line craft today.
Do you need help?
Okay.
Hold that.
All right.
Says,
So
God is always there to help in trouble.
that's right. Yeah.
Because you might not be able to read it on the screen because it's gone a bit funny. But
Now, of course, the great thing
Sounds
about
just
a lot of the crafts that we've shown you on these videos is you can actually put any message on there. But of course, today we're talking about how God is
and
always
if you
there
to, make it
help
even
in
cooler,
trouble.
You could cut out your pieces of thing into shapes of clothes.
Or other shapes of clothes, or indeed any other shapes. You can have hearts, all sorts of things on there.
I can imagine some t-shirts.
Let's show you what you need in order to make this craft, which we're going to be doing a little bit later on. Can you bring us the box? Obviously, there is writing on these things, so we've got a box of felt tips.
Sellotape.
You will need sellotape. You will need...
A ball just magically got thrown into the garden.
It did. You will need strips of card like that to make the sort of the washing line posts.
If you needed it longer, just sellotape them together.
Yeah. Can you
we've already done that.
Can you see that we've done that? You also need to be cutting. That's nothing. You also need to be cutting some different colour little rectangle shapes out of coloured paper.
So basically,
can you see?
Like that,
okay.
They're gonna get folded over.
So you want lots of those, and yeah, they're going to be folded over and hung over.
That's why you're
over the string.
They were squares on theirs. Why have they got rectangles?
You need string, okay, for the washing line. Although, can I just say, if you want to make a really sturdy one, and you've got some of those long paper straws, you could use those instead, something like that. We haven't got any of those, so we're using string, which actually makes for a more authentic washing line. And of course, you need some coloured pens to write your words on there. Well, there is a glue stick in there as well, but you don't need a glue stick for today's craft.
We got sellotape instead.
Okay. We're going to be starting that craft in just a minute, but before we do that, let's tell you a story. And it's a story all about Elijah. And here he is, Elijah. Now, Elijah, at the time, was living in Israel when there was a serious drought and famine. So there wasn't enough water and there wasn't enough food. And God had taken... Everything's blowing away. And God had promised to take care of Elijah, and he'd sent him to this pool of water. And believe it or not, every day some birds came to feed him. Not just any birds, but ravens. And if you know anything about ravens... Oh, hello, we're moving.
Sorry, I'm trying to put some of the
that's
paper
okay.
we don't need underneath so it doesn't blow away.
Good. If you know anything about ravens, you know that they actually don't share. They're scavengers. They take their food and they eat it for themselves. So it was quite a miracle that these ravens would come in and bring in Elijah food every day. And of course he had the water from the pool, from the brook to drink from. But one day the brook dried up. Now that's a bit weird. Hang on, this is God providing. Surely it shouldn't just stop. Or sometimes it does. Sometimes God just stops doing things one way and starts doing things another way. Okay? And God sent Elijah on a big long journey. Can you see that line? Big long journey across the country and said, go and find a lady and her son. They're going to look after you. So Elijah set off. And as he entered the town, he saw the lady and her son, and they were collecting firewood. Okay, that's what they were doing. Can you see? They're collecting firewood. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And so he went over to see them. And he said, please, God sent me. Will you make me some food? And the woman looked at him and said, make you some food? We haven't got any food. All we've got is a little bit of flour. Probably just enough to make some food for myself and my son. And that'll be our last meal. And then we won't have any food left. We haven't got anything to give you. And Elijah said, listen, God will look after you. God sent me. Please make me something first. Well, that's a big ask, isn't it? But you know what? The lady did just that. There they are sharing their meal together.
Was it much?
It wasn't very much, no. She
Does it
baked a little
matter?
bit of a cake, and she shared it with Elijah. But you know what? There was enough to make enough for her and her son. And then something even more exciting. Look at this.
Let's see. Exciting.
The pot of flour never ran out. There was flour and there was oil, the last of what she'd had, but there was just as much, if not more, in the pot and in the jug after they'd made the cakes as there was before.
Huh?
And the next time they made, and look how happy they are. The next time they made some
I can't
cakes.
see the woman's face, but I can
No.
see the boys.
Next time they made some cakes, guess what?
What?
There was just as much flour, just as much oil, if not more, than there had been before they started.
Wow.
Quite amazing. And this went on for years, or months and months, maybe even years and years and years. The flour never ran out and the oil never ran out. And I tell you what, the lady and her son were just so overwhelmed and amazed at how God had looked after them because Elijah had come along and they'd helped. See, God is a help in trouble. He can do amazing things, and if we trust him, things won't always be easy. Things won't always work out the way that we want them to. But God will look after us because he's an ever-present help in times of trouble. He's an always there help when things are hard. And he helps to get us through. Fantastic. Let's start on this craft. Okay, so what we're going to do, first step.
Why did you say them in the craft extending story?
Because I'm going to do a little bit, we're going to do a little bit of the craft as we go, because it's a bit of a long one today. Okay, so you've got your 2 strips of...
I'm sorry, Dad, I'm eating your cake.
You're eating my cake, I know. Can you believe that? She's eating my cake. Right, you've got your 2 kind of like washing line posts, like that. You need to stick some string to the back of it. That's the first step, okay? And while you're sticking...
We've already cut the string.
We've already cut the string, so you cut them into the lengths that you want. And then we're going to stick the...
We need more space on the table.
Yeah. We're going to stick...
I need to see how long this...
I should have scissors, really, not use my teeth on this sellotape. Do you want to do that quickly? Run and get some...
That's not an influence for
It's not.
YouTube.
It's not. Please don't do that. It's naughty. Okay, it really is. It's exactly what adults do all of the time. But
Not some adults. Some adults are well behaved.
Just not me. Okay, right. So Ellie's going off to get some scissors. I'm going to just lay these bits of string in place like that. I hope 4 is going to be enough. Okay. I don't know whether it is going to be enough. Worst comes to worst, we're not actually in a position to finish this off, but you'll get the idea. Okay, and there we are. We've that one a little bit lower down, I think, there. Okay, so as soon as Ellie gets back, so you can cut individual little strips of sellotape, it won't tear. Come on, Elle. Or you can do what I'm doing here and stick one big long bit all the way up like that. You got him, yeah, Elle? Come on, be quick, we're live.
Huh?
Be quick, because we're live.
We're not live.
We are, well, we're kind of still shooting the video, aren't we? Right. Okay. Ooh. So you can stick them on individual little bits. What I've decided to do there is just to stick one long bit across, just for speed. Okay. I'm going to do the same here as well. One big long bit, just like that, to hold that
There we go.
in place, like that. Okay. Now, Ellie, do you want to do the writing?
Sure.
If I start folding up these pieces of paper
You need me to write.
in half,
What
you're
colour,
going to
Dad?
write,
What-
whichever colour you like, but probably a darker colour, so that, or a sort of a vibrant colour, so it
Purple.
actually shows up. Okay, you can also you
do I
can
write?
use different colours. So God,
Can't see that purple. Or is it that?
yeah, G-O-D, God. You knew that.
I know how to spell.
God is always there in trouble, or if you want to write lots, in times of trouble. Okay, and that's what you want to be doing. You want to be folding the pieces of paper in half and then writing
God is.
your letters. God is always
Need more.
yeah, I've got 2 more here. Always there to help in trouble or in times of trouble. Depends how much you want to write. Just like he helped Elijah and that lady and her son in the Bible story. He might not help in quite exactly the same way, but he's always
Dad,
there to
what
help.
are you doing? You're doing the exact same colours. The
I know,
word is
well, it doesn't
yellow,
matter.
Yellow, yellow, pink, pink.
Well, yeah, sorry.
It's always. I've got always.
Always there.
That's not right.
And you know what? What we'll do now is we're going to play we're going to carry on with this while we play the song for this week. And it's about how God is, again, always helps us. Okay, so here we go.
Thanks for watching Live Tree Kids.
don't understand. God is for me. When life doesn't go the way I planned. God is for me. When I just don't understand. God is for me. When life doesn't go the way I planned. God is for me. If God is for me, who can be against me? God is for me. Who can be against me? He is my strength, He is my friend forever. God is for me. Who can be against me? God is for me. Who can be against me?
Well, there you go. So, great. So if God is for us, who can be against us? What a great thing to remember. God is on our side. Absolutely brilliant. So while that song was going on, we
Finish
have
the letters.
been finishing all the letters. And so what you've got to just now do is just pop them.
I'm just arranging them. We're not sticking them.
Yeah,
or
just
anything.
arrange
I'm just
them onto
arranging
your
them, which ones are which.
onto your thing. So God is always. There's an A.
Sorry, I've just
That's a blank one.
Ah!
It's blowy and windy.
It's windy.
There we go. Always. You know, have you got your W?
No, I've lost it.
Oh.
He's
This is-
disappeared.
Okay, so
Found it.
what you ought to do is what we haven't done, which is maybe to make little
Oh,
piles.
Why did you put that one on?
Sorry, to make
That's
little
a
piles.
blank.
I know, but it's because I did up plenty and we didn't need them. So always.
The wind is not making it easy.
No, I know.
Wind, can you go away and come back in a bit?
If only it could, hey? Always. I think you're getting the sense of what we're doing, aren't you? Always. Why?
Are we spelling it right?
All. God is always. Yeah, we are. We need a Y. We got a Y?
I wrote one, but it may
Why?
have blown away.
Always. Always. Where's the S?
No.
Always. There. TH. Do you want to look for an E?
Right here.
Okay, and an R. There's an R.
Oh wait, I thought we did always here.
Oh, here. Did we
It's
do always here?
here.
You can do always there,
That's
or you
the
can
T
do always.
for trouble.
You can do always here, or you can do always there. It's all the same.
I mean, one might sound better than the other, but we're just unprofessional.
Nah, we're doing all right.
Unprofessional craft people.
We're doing all right. This looks okay.
Yeah, the wind didn't help him.
The wind is not helping. Maybe do this inside. But it's such a beautiful sunny day. But
Well,
there
they
is
have to do it inside, don't they? Because then they need to watch it out inside, don't they?
not necessarily.
Oh, wind!
Anyway, you get it's blowing all over the place. You get the idea. God is always there in times of trouble, and then once you've stuck the put the letters in place, you then want to be getting some sellotape, or of course, actually, you could use Pritt stick. Where's that Pritt stick? Where's that glue? Pritt stick. There we go. Pritt stick might be better, but you can use sellotape as well to stick, and just stick the letters on like that to stop them from falling off. And once you've done all of
Completed
that
all the
sticking, get some help from a grown-up if this is a bit complicated, by all means. But once you've done it, you will end up with something that looks like that. God is always there in trouble.
In times of
And please remember that. Please remember that whatever happens, however bad things seem to be, God hasn't forgotten us. God hasn't gone away from us. God hasn't left us, and God hasn't stopped loving us or being interested in us. God is always there for us in good times and in bad times. And as you go through your life as a child, and then as a young person, and then finally as a grown-up, you can know that in your life. You can know that God is with you, even when things get difficult. And just because things aren't getting difficult doesn't mean God hasn't forgotten you, doesn't mean you're necessarily doing anything wrong. Keep trusting in God, because he will get you through. God is our refuge and strength, our ever-present, our always there help in times of trouble. I thought that was a great last video. As we've said before, look out after the school summer holidays at our YouTube channel, at our Facebook page. You will find some shorter, more varied and different videos that we're going to start making.
And they're going to be
for
a
All
lot
Savior Community
fun.
Church kids. Okay, they are going to be a lot of fun. Ah!
Bye!
Everything's blowing away.
Bye, paper!
We're gonna have to go and pick up some litter now. That's, of course, when you have a party like we have today, that's always a big part of the party.
Like a wedding.
Clearing up
You can
afterwards.
never-
Clearing up afterwards.
The
So,
confetti.
listen, you take care. God bless you. Remember, God is always with you. Bye.
Bye!